State your name and what we're doing here anyway.
My name is Hazel Hastings, and we're having a conversation about my relationship and knowledge of Evelyn Dolly McBryde.
Have I paid you anything to do this?
Not a dime.
Okay. Now, tell me how you got involved with Dolly recently.
Well, we met through some mutual friends, and then I became her roommate. And then we started putting together a couple of business plans. We were going to be business partners.
And when you started getting into this involvement with as business partners, did you inquire about her background?
It wasn't until I had to take her downtown. She didn't have a car, and she had some criminal cases that she had to deal with. And one day she came back, and she was really shaken up, and she was saying that she had to tell me something that the state said that she had to testify in this trial, something from a long time ago in her past. And she was like really, really upset about it. And so she started to tell me about this guy, Terrell Johnson. But she didn't tell me much about it at that particular time. So I went and started doing some research on it. And then I found out quite a bit about it. And so I just kept quiet. But as the weeks start to come about, then I started to do more and more investigating about it and ask more and more questions. And so then she started telling me about, well, everybody have a past. That's why they call it a past. And that she don't plan to testify this time, that she was really sorry that she had done it before, and that he had paid his whole life, a large part of his life, and that she was really sorry that she got him caught up in the situation, but that it was the other guys that she was really after, and that because she saw them murder some family member, she was in the closet or something, and that, you know, and that he was a part of their gang, and so he deserved to go down with them, but that but not for that long. She didn't intend for it to be like that. And
did she say that
sorry.
Did she say he didn't do it? He wasn't there?
Yeah, she did say that he didn't do it. But she was just sorry that, you know, she's sorry that she said it, that he really didn't do it, and that she's sorry that he had to be a part of this.
And why wouldn't she just come forward and straighten that out? I mean, after all these years, why couldn't she just say, hey, I mistakenly put him in there?
Well, now, because she's afraid from the testimonies that they'll put her in jail, and she don't want to go back to jail, because she's been saying the whole time that he did do it, and then she said that they'd get her for perjury. Like this time, if she go ahead and testify and say it, then they'll put her in prison for perjury.
Did she ever say that she told the police that she wasn't sure, or that Johnson did not do it?
No, she's never told them. That she's maintained, she's stuck by her story as far as the police is concerned, that she's never told them.
Now, what caused you to start looking at her background?
Well, there are some inconsistencies. One, about the whole business plans, and then two, that when I became her roommate, when she did her taxes, she said she had some children, but when I went there, there's just a one-bedroom, and then there were no nieces or nephews or whichever children she put on her taxes, so that alerted me. And then she told me that she had a veteran house out in Turtle Creek or someplace, and I never saw that. And then there was just all kinds of inconsistencies about the money, and there's always different stories. And even her medication about her cancer and stuff, like she applied for disability, and then one day I ended up seeing the letter way later that they had denied her because according to their medical report that her cancer hadn't returned. And so I'm like, if she lie about these kinds of things, whatever things, other things that she might be lying about.
And by this point you were into her for, she had gotten money out of you, right? Or car? Or
yes, that another thing is that she was supposed to have money already set up to go into the business, like to get the storefront.
What was the business anyway?
Well, we were going to do two of them. One is that she wanted to do a New You, which was a clothing store that she was going to do with her friend Sonia at first, but her friend died. So I was going to help her get that set up and do that because I have a master's degree and I minored in business administration. And so I was helping her formulate that business plan, of which she said she had most of it already done, but I never got any papers. There was always, it was at her accountant's, like that. And then there was something else that she, oh, and the other business was to establish a true veteran center that because she said she was setting up these vets, she becomes their payees. And so we were going to put them in a nice home and then have somebody go in and do the work and stuff like that. But even at that, another thing that alerted me was that even at the clothing store, she didn't really want it on paper that she worked. She wanted to get the disability money. And that's unethical.
So in other words, everything you looked at was turned into a scam.
Yeah.
And then how did this end?
It ended with me saying, because I met her on January 26th, so by April 25th, because the other thing is she found out that I had made plans to go to a free Terrell Johnson's event over at the
Courthouse. City
well,
County
no,
Court.
not that one. It was a movie premiere.
Oh, okay.
And so she freaked out about it, and I was just like, but, you know, social justice is what I do, and it has nothing to do with you. It's just that it was something that, you know, let's do the right thing. You said that you wanted to do the right thing, that he really shouldn't have to spend no more time. And so, and I didn't even go to the event, but she was upset about that. And so, and I said, well, I'm not going to move with you this next time and stuff. And so she was like, well, then get out of my house. And so I'm just like, well, if that's how you're going to be, then okay, I'm taking all of my stuff. So including the truck key, because I just bought a Ford Explorer. I found it on the internet on Craigslist. I took her all the way down to Greensburg to pick it up. I paid all the money for everything, the insurance, and I got all the paperwork too. That, you know, the AAA, the everything, it came to my emails, everything. And so even at that, she got the guy, because I was outside, she got the guy to say that she only paid $1,000. How are you going to get like an '01 Explorer for $1,000? And if you see it right now, I mean, it's like in great shape. Even if you had to put a little work into it, like you wouldn't just sell that car. And she ain't got no paperwork to show that she did a lot of work. It wasn't. So, but, you know, she was just, you know, nice. She just charmed him into doing that. Okay, fine. So, when I said that I was going to go ahead and go, then she jumped on me and she beat the living crap out of me. And so then she said, oh, I'm sorry. I just lost my head. I'm really, really sorry. Let's just take a step back. You know, why don't you just go ahead and go home for a little while and, you know, think about it. And if I go to jail, then nobody will be able to keep the kids and stuff. So please don't prosecute. Just please, you know, like that. And so it won't happen anymore. We can work this out. And so I didn't at that time.
So this relationship goes beyond just friends then, right?
Yes, yes.
So it was a loving relationship or something like that?
Yes, we were dating.
Okay. And so as far as you've never really seen her since? Or?
No, except for I keep calling her because she kept all of my stuff. Like I just packed up once because I had to go to the doctor because I was so severely battered that I had to get a medical clearance to be able to fly. Where is that picture? I have a picture. And so, oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Like that.
Oh my God. Jeez. So you called the police on this?
Yes, I did.
And
it was on
then you did not,
Sunday.
there was not a charge filed though.
Right. Well, because of the grandchildren, she said there'd be nobody to keep them. And then I put a phone in the house because she was about to start community control and you have to have a phone there or house confinement or something like that. And because I knew that she was on federal probation and that another charge, like she might really end up in prison or something like that. And I didn't think it was worth that, you know, she just said that, you know, she was afraid of losing me and that, you know how batters do. They just lay it on.
And what did she tell you about all of her federal parole and all the different things that she'd had done in her past?
Well, she said that she's the greatest at manipulating. Like, She says that she knows how to move monies and set up private corporations and all kinds of stuff. Like, you know, she knows how to steal a whole bunch of money, and that, like, she told me she's not supposed to have a bank account. Like, she needed my bank account information, like that. But she has a bank card, but she told me that the bank card belonged to her lawyer's daughter. So
did she have other guys around her and stuff that she was manipulating, trying to get to open up accounts?
She goes to the Veteran Center, and she she gets guys to say that they'll let her be the payee. Like, she says she'll put them in a house, and that she'll cook and clean and do the laundry, take them to every place, that they don't have to live in the Veteran Center, that they can have more freedom, like that. And so then all of their money goes into her accounts, and she takes total control. Except for there's this one guy, the only guy that I really know that I've ever met. So she's taken all his money, but he's been homeless for a minute. That's another thing that really got me. I knew that guy. I've had to come here in the nighttime and let him sleep in this office space before, because he used to volunteer here. And so I couldn't believe that she treat him like that. And according to her, he gets like $2,300 a month. Well, if he gets that much money, then why aren't you providing a nice place for him? And before she got him out, she told me that if worst case scenario, that she'd let him sleep at her place. She said that when we moved to another bigger place, that we'd get a place and he could live in the basement. Okay, so because I've known him, he's a good guy, but he has his issues and stuff. I mean, he used to come here and volunteer all day and like that. And so that was another thing that made me know that she's just not right. She's not ethical. It was cold and snowy, and, you know, so why should I have to bring a blow-up bed for him to sleep in an office space when you're getting all his money?
Did she ever say, well, I'm just taking his money, or was she acting like she was doing the right thing?
She acted like she was going to do the right thing, because remember, I mean, she couldn't just straight out say, because I wouldn't be a part of that. It just took me to just look, because you make your mouth say anything, but her actions were speaking so loud, I stopped hearing what her mouth was saying.
Have you, like, as far as, what does she say about, well, she's been telling people around the community she thinks she's going to have to go back to jail. Why is that?
I don't know.
Did she have any contact with parole authorities or probation people that said she was in violation of anything when you were around her?
No, I've taken her to see probation before, and so no, she's never said that she was in violation of anything. Because even she said that guy was nice to her too. The fact that he was really on her side, because think about it, because we thought that she hit somebody. Like, nobody knew that she shoplifted. That's how she got another charge. She told all the people that we know that the lady called her a nigger and said that she was trying to steal something and that she hit the lady. That's why we thought that she had a charge. And so she said the probation officer said, well, that's okay, like, you know, because she pleaded no contest or something like that, and she's just going to do house arrest. And so she wasn't expecting a violation at all.
And then you're saying that she had possession or custody of a couple grandchildren, and with the crimes she's been accused of regarding children,
well, they're her own. I mean, they're her own grandchildren. And so if her son chooses to give his kids to her, I don't think people can, apparently nobody can do anything about that.
Yeah. What did she ever tell you about the issues she had with her children? You ever talk to her about it?
Yes. She told me that she got accused of child abuse, of something of that, prostituting her children. But that she was in prison when it happened, that what happened, her kids got taken to the doctor because the cousin was having sex. A boy cousin was having sex with the girls, and he gave them VD. And then they charged her, but that she was already in jail. And then when it came right down to it, that it was proven that it couldn't have been her, that she had nothing to do with it because she was already in jail, and that she was found innocent of it.
And what did she say about the Innocence Institute and specifically me?
Oh, that you've been hounding her for years. You've been just following her, stalking her, going to people that she knows, her church and everybody, and that you're just mad with her because way back when the trial and stuff was going on, one of those times that she took you gave her $5,000 to do an interview with you, and then she just said, I don't want to do it, I changed my mind after she got the money, and that you're really pissed that she took your money, but that she said, you know, she took a bunch of people money and whatever.
Yeah.
So.
And finally, did she ever make any definitive remarks about Terrell Johnson and like whether or not he did it?
Yeah, she said he didn't do it. She would just say, but that he was a part of their group, and that she really was trying to get them, but that he just got caught up, and that he really shouldn't have had to spend all of this time, and that she wished that she hadn't have did it now, and that he deserved to come home now, and that was in her past, and that she's going to try not to testify this time because she just wanted it to be all over.
And what's going to happen if she does testify?
She's afraid that if she do testify, that this time, like, they'll get her for contempt because, you know, he might be found innocent.
And what did you say she told you her plan was?
Oh, well, one, she's had cancer in the past, but she's in remission. So, but one, she's going to be taking her medicine, so she's going to say that she's all foggy or whatever. And so then, even if they try to make her read the transcript, she'll just say, well, I really don't remember saying that. And of course, if she took her medicine that day, then she might don't remember at that particular point in time, but she already got it set up that she knows how she's going to deal with that situation.
But in fact, she's told you she does remember.
Oh yeah, she knows what happened. She said she'll never ever forget what happened.
And neither will Terrell Johnson. Is there anything else I haven't asked you that you want to throw out there? Do you fear for your own safety?
Yes, well, because she kept all of my belongings, because all I did was leave. I had to go to the doctor. I got cleared to be able to fly home, and then I've never gone back there. And so my clothing, like all of my stuff, my paperwork, stuff for my organization, all of my private stuff is there at her place, and then she won't give it to me. And so I tried to get it once. I sent her a text saying, you know, can you please tell me when I can get my stuff? And then one of her cousins, she said, this is my cousin, and that if you don't stop trying to talk to her, I'll come and kick your ass. And so, and she told me, you know, she got people that can make stuff happen to people. So, you know, she said that, you know, in Homewood, that these are her grounds, that, you know, she still know people that can do stuff. And so that concerns me a little.
And you've made some authorities aware of the various things she's been doing just in case something happens, right?
Yes.